Hey friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Bettina and today we're going to do a pick a card for you. So we're just going to do a general reading for all three, so to see what is going on for you at this time. And this reading is intended to be timeless, so whenever you find it is when it is meant for you. So please pick a crystal. This will be 1, 2, and 3. All right, and I'll start with 1. So just shuffle. This is for 1. What do we need to hear for 1 for the first pick? What do we need to hear for the first pick? Let's take a look at your relationships. Feeling a little trapped in your relationships currently. We have the 8 of Swords. So feeling trapped, isolated, maybe not knowing what to do, how to move forward. This could also be that you're stuck in a certain mindset where you're only seeing one way of doing things, where there's infinite ways of doing things. Even represented by the letter 8, like there's infinite ways to do things and change things. But it's a situation where you definitely are feeling trapped and isolated when it comes to that. All right, we're gonna pull a clarifier on that as well, but let's take a look at your finances, what you do with money. I feel like right now you're like sort of like 7s are all about evaluating like kind of where you stand right now, and this is something where you're trying to figure out if it's still worth moving forward, or do you have enough time, money, energy to move forward with it. We'll pull a clarifier again, so because both of these sort of leave questions a little bit, right? When it comes to a spiritual breakthrough, or how I say spiritual breakthrough because with the Ace of Wands, it does feel like you're having a spiritual breakthrough, or could be soon. There's definitely potential for a spiritual breakthrough here. And I love this card in particular because it's like a fairy godmother. Someone is like there for you, supporting you, even if you aren't necessarily aware of it. Your guides are always with you, and this is what I feel like is represented here. So there's definitely a opportunity to be more connected with your guides, and your guides could actually help assist you with whatever is going on with this 8 of Swords in your relationship, and the 7 of Pentacles if you need to make a decision whether to stay or go with the current work situation. All right, what motivates you? We have the Death card. So I do feel like you're definitely in like a transitional period, okay? The Death card is just representing, could be an ego death, but it also just really represents moving away from one way of being into another way of being. It's metamorphosis. When the little caterpillar becomes a butterfly, you're in that state, in that state of mush and goo, to reform yourself and emerge forward. So this is, I think, what you're wanting with these other cards, and what I'm gathering is that you do want a transformation, like you're ready for a transformation. Let's take your card at the center. Yeah, being guided by that too. I feel like this is so similar to like the Grim Reaper and the Death card. This Knight of Swords, like just charging forward. I feel like you want a lot of change, but I feel like there's resistance when it comes to your relationships, like feeling a little bit trapped, and this 7 of Pentacles. Now, when it comes to relationship, let's go back to that, because you feel trapped, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you are trapped. And if you're in a relationship, this doesn't necessarily mean the ending of a relationship, although it could be. But definitely with the 6 of Swords, this is figuring out a new way of doing things. And this is not necessarily an easy transition, but moving on to calmer shores, like having understanding. The 8 and the 6 of Swords, they're both cards about communication, thoughts, and things. So I feel like your thoughts really could be controlling a lot of what you communicate. It could be very negative at this time. So I would really watch what you're thinking and communicating. If you're in a relationship with your partner, if you want to be in a relationship, then with yourself, because that's the first person that we're in a relationship with, right? But it does look good with this 6 of Swords moving on to calmer shores. And really, that shows me that there's things that you're working through and you're figuring out a different way of doing things or addressing any issues that you might have. All right, so let's take a look back at this 7 of Pentacles. You have the 4 of Pentacles. All right, I'm sorry, 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords. And this is actually, I feel like going back to Spirit, I feel like this is connecting with Spirit, because 4 of Swords is about contemplation, meditation. It's the calm before the storm. I feel like you're having trouble making decisions, whoever this reading is for. It's like you're at a crossroads with a lot of things in life in general. And I feel like just taking some time to meditate and really think things through could be so beneficial to you. All right, when it comes to Spirit and the breakthrough, ooh, you have the Ace and the 9 of Wands. And wands are definitely, like, wands are passion, fire, but they do represent Spirit and our connection to it. And with the Ace and the 9 together, that's like 10, that's completion. You go from Ace to 9. 9 is about not giving up and having boundaries. And I feel like this is about not giving up on yourself, but being able to touch that beyond you and to have greater meaning is, I feel like, gonna serve a really big purpose in like getting all this energy here going. Because I feel like there's kind of a lot of, even though you're this guy at the center, it feels like there's a lot of stuck energy here. And what really needs to happen is movement in this transition. All right, let's go back to what motivates you. Yeah, you're ready to get going. And I feel like maybe there's something like that's not moving yet at this point, because with this Fool card and this Knight of Swords, like, you're ready to get moving, but you're just like not able to do it at this time for some reason. Like there's something blocking you or holding you back. And all right, so last card I'm going to pull for you is the Wheel of Fortune, which actually makes complete sense to me, because the Wheel of Fortune is, and you also have the 10 of Wands on the bottom. I lied. Which also goes back to that 1 and 9 about this connection with Spirit. And I do feel like that is a huge key to this reading specifically. This Knight of Swords with this Wheel of Fortune is really telling me, like, you need to start taking the initiative towards the things that you actually want to bring into your life, okay? So start taking the initiative towards the things that you want to bring into your life. The Wheel of Fortune is really a card about being prepared for the opportunities when they do arise. So do everything that you can right now for the future that you want to bring in and align with that energy. I'm going to leave it at that for you. Thank you so much for being here. And if you are interested in Reiki, yoga, more tarot, please give me a follow, like, share, subscribe. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. All right, now we're going to go to the second pile. Second pile. All right. What do we have? What do we have here? Oh. All right. Let's see. What do we have for the second pile? Relationships, money, Spirit. What motivates you? Wow. I think that you're ready for a new life, really. Like, you're ready for big changes. It does also feel like you could be at a waiting period as well. And also at the center, you have your card at the center is this Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is working on a team. You could be a part of a team, and it actually feels like it feels almost familial. Like it could be a family business. This could just be your family if you're a homemaker or something like that. But if not, it feels like work that people that you've worked with for so long that you almost feel like family in this situation. You at the center, I feel like you want to move on. Looking at the other cards around here, it makes me feel like you want to move on from this situation though. We're going to pull clarifiers on all these. When it comes to your relationships, could be having premonitions, could be having like a psychic bond with somebody. Maybe, and also this could go so many directions. When I picked up this card, I was like, psychic bond. It could be, you could be having a really good time with your partner and feeling really connected and like you can read each other's minds. Could be a new relationship where this is happening, which is amazing. But it also could be maybe someone outside of the relationship, like a close friend, or I mean, outside of your intimate relationship, love relationship. This could be a close friend or someone that is helping you connect with spirit or like be connected with them. Well, that's it. That's just it. You could also just be connecting with spirit as well. This could be actually psychic premonitions about a relationship that you are currently in. So we'll see what the next layer of card has to say about that. But I'm gonna leave it at that right now because there's so many different ways that could go. When it comes to the Two of Wands, and this is money, finances, I really feel like you want something else. You want something more. You're looking out at the world and there's so many opportunities. Two of Wands is the need to leave your comfort zone. And this is part of that thing at the center with the Three of Pentacles. Like this is, you want more out of life. You want more out of work. And you need to make the necessary changes to get there. So when it comes to connection of spirit with spirit, this Seven of Wands, I actually feel like this High Priestess energy in your relationships could be because you put in a lot of effort, because Seven of Wands is like putting in a lot of effort towards something. And maybe you were trying to be connected with spirit and your hard work is finally paid off. When I first started like on my spiritual journey, it wasn't easy for me. A lot of people think like that just people are naturally gifted, and that is true. But some people have to work a little bit harder at it than others to really connect and like get messages and downloads. And not just that, it's because at some point you disconnect and then you have to reconnect and refigure out when you stop trusting your body and the messages within your body. That's where this comes into play, the hard work to get that connection back. All right, also, when it comes to what motivates you, you have the Six of Swords. And this is a card about like moving on to another place. Like, I don't feel like it's just mentally, emotionally, physically, like moving on. Like, I feel like whoever this is for is kind of like just ready to change a whole lot of things in their life intentionally. All right, let's go a layer deeper. Okay, that's... All right. So I want to say when it comes to this, all right, on the bottom of the deck, let's start with that. You have the Justice card also. So this is about karma, fairness, things balancing out, all right? Like, let the universe take care of it. You don't need to do anything, all right? Secondly, when it comes to your relationships, and I didn't want to straight up say it because I don't like to necessarily be negative. The Seven of Swords is a card about lying, cheating, stealing. So you could be getting premonitions about that within a relationship. You are connected with spirit with the High Priestess, no doubt about it. But if you are having psychic dreams about someone cheating, lying, or stealing, or you just have a feeling, you feel it in your heart, you feel it in your gut, like something in your body is telling you that something ain't right, then it's probably not. Yeah. So there's like, and this is something you just, but you maybe can't physically prove it or anything. You don't know how you know when it comes to this situation in your relationships, but there's something going on there. When it comes to your money and finances, like this is, to me, I feel like if you put a little bit of effort, you're going to get a big reward on that. Two of Wands is like, need to make some changes, need to leave your comfort zone. This doesn't need to be huge. Like maybe it's just a promotion at work or something. Maybe you want a different job or something. But with the Six of Wands, it's a card about victory, about getting noticed. It's a card about success, really. So I feel like if you put in the effort, you will have the gain when it comes to that. It might not be even immediate, but it will be there. All right, when it comes to spirit, you're the only one holding your own self back. And I feel like this is probably because you don't want to believe the messages that you're getting about this Seven of Swords person. Okay, Seven of Wands, like maybe you are also feeling connected, but then you're like, no, this can't be right. This can't be right. This Eight of Swords. And it's like you're holding your own self back because you're not trusting your intuition. So when you stop trusting your intuition, and just like what I was saying earlier, like we unlearned how to be in touch with our intuition because we learned not to trust our bodies as we grew up and things like that. But this is really, to me, trusting your gut. Like that, these cards, they already felt related because the connection with spirit, but it's really blatantly obvious to me now. Like this could be someone gaslighting you or something like that. Like really get, and also if that's true and you need some spiritual guidance, assistance, you can contact me. We can book a session. I don't just do tarot readings. I also am a Reiki master and intuitive. So if you need some help, like processing through that, definitely reach out. Okay. But bottom line is, please trust your intuition, trust yourself when it comes to these things. Do not allow yourself to be gaslit. And this is basically your true desire is like really wanting to get to a place of like pure, full, abundant love and joy. Okay. With the Ace of Cups, you want to move on from this, I want to say this trash, this shit that you're dealing with the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is, yeah, you might still carry some emotional baggage, but you're going to leave most of that shit behind when you decide to just like walk away and move on to a next situation. And this is really about self-love and self-fulfillment. This isn't just about like connecting with another human being, because I do feel like maybe this is a romantic relationship that isn't going well. So yeah, you really want like real connection, and you might have to go through a period of sadness to get to this other place, and everything that you go through now is taking you to a much better place. And you really just have to trust in the gifts of the universe, right? All right. I feel like this could be, it's funny because I feel like this connection with spirit and this intuitive energy is really about your relationships, and it feels connected to me. But when it comes to your energy at the center and some of these other things, and even what motivates you, well, what motivates you, I feel, is connected to all of it. But I feel like this is also work related because you have all this wand energy, right, in this area, this financial area. So this could happen really quickly. I know earlier I said that it might not happen right away, but like after realizing that we got 8 wands here, we just go from the 2 wands to the 6 wands to the 8 wands. So changes could be happening really quickly, especially when it comes to work, which is positive because I feel like focusing on work and getting attention there maybe is a nice it might feel good to feel like the love somewhere where you're obviously maybe not doing great when it comes to relationships, which I feel like is kind of key to like really your overall happiness when I'm looking at these cards. So I'm going to leave it at that for you. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely, if you like this video, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment, send me a message. I love messages. All right, let's go to number 3. All right. Messages for the third pile. What do we have for you? Messages for pile 3. All right, let's take your energy at the center. Oh, same as the last deck. Relationships, work, career, what you do for money. Oh, wow. Dang. I would say of all the readings, this is the one that is probably the best. 3 is like my number. 3 is my jam. Well, at the center, I always pick 3 on pick a cards myself. So on the second reading had 3 of Pentacles at the center as well. And this is really, but it feels so much different. And this deck feels so much different. This is working on a team. Like this is working for a common goal. And I feel like this team is like super focused. I just love all your cards. We're going to pull clarifiers on all these too, but this is like super focused, like getting nose to the grindstone work. All right. With a team, with other people that you are on the same page with. When it comes to your relationships, your relationship could have recently been suffering, or you could have went through a really rough patch within yourself if you're single and not in a relationship. But with the star, this is about hopefulness. This is about rebuilding. So it's this energy of like reconnection and rebuilding and like a recommitting to, I love how I keep saying because Mercury retrograde is also coming soon. So a lot of like redoing things. But the star card is like building up a solid foundation. And when it comes to relationships, the thought came to mind about, after you have a fight or something, it's so important to have that reconnection after and like come back together and recommit and talk about whatever the issue is. That helps you build up a solid foundation. So tower moments are always going to happen, but how are you handling it, and how are you building it, and how are you moving forward from it? Not just within relationships, but all aspects of life, really. All right, when it comes to work, career, what you do with money, I feel like right now you're just like relaxing. Maybe it's the calm before the storm. Maybe you work seasonally, or you have a big project or something. But or you could also be unemployed. But this card to me is about like, you need to take a break. If you're not taking a break, 4 of Swords, take time to like meditate, contemplate like what you really want to do. This is about having time in your own headspace. Okay. Again, we'll see what else comes up. When it comes to spirit, I feel like you are on fire. I feel like you're really feeling connected with spirit and like super motivated by spirit. And I see that when it comes to like your relationships and having the star card, you see this light at the end of the tunnel because it's your vision and it's probably been shown to you by spirit. But it's just a very positive card overall. And I feel like it shines a light throughout the whole reading. What motivates you is the Ace of Wands, which also feels like a connection to spirit. This could be new motivation, new spark. I feel like recently you probably went through a hard time, and this is the breath of fresh air on the other side of that. Like, oh, that's over, and you're just sort of, I feel like you're just enjoying life right now at this point. Let's take it a layer deeper. It could be All right, when it comes to the Three of Pentacles, you also have the Five of Wands, which is a card about challenge, about like maybe this project is challenging or someone at work is challenging you, but I feel like you're overcoming it as a team. Like, so it makes it easier to navigate if you have people playing on your team. This Five of Wands, she is playing against like chess, and it's like her against these five people on the board, it feels like. But I feel like with you, it's like you got your whole team backing you up, and you're all like working together to resolve any conflict, or like really get on the same page with that. When it comes to your relationship, you have the Seven of Cups. This is about having a lot of choices, but still making the right choice. And I feel like with the Star card in the Seven of Cups, it's like, no, I still choose you. I know we went through a lot, but I'm still choosing you. I have a lot of options. I could go a lot of different directions in my life, but you're still the one for me with the Seven of Cups. Because I do feel like the Tower moment can be pretty intense and could potentially be an end of a relationship. But Seven of Cups, and with Seven of Cups, it's not necessarily like a recommitment, but right away when I saw it, that's how it felt, especially with the singular star, and she's picking a star, like, no, you're it for me. When it comes to work, your purpose is financial stability. You're worried, like, I don't want to say you're worried about it, but it is like around building a legacy. I feel like that's what you really want. And you could be working really hard, actually. Four of Swords could be a message that you need a break, and that could guide you down the right path. But I feel like the Ten of Pentacles is really what gives you the reason, like your family, your house, your home, or wanting to build those things. You could be wanting to build like a family business or something like that too, with that Ten of Pentacles, or work with family on something. So, all right, when it comes to your connection with spirit, there could also be, this also feels like it could be a person that like helps you connect, or just brings out the best in you, and that helps you connect to be in this joy and abundance with spirit. King of Cups, you could also be a water sign or connecting with a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But this is like very like, I feel like you probably feel spirit mostly in your heart space with that, like, and feel very full and like so much gratitude in this right here with this Cups. This is like emotional maturity. It's almost like spirit has given you the strength of like having this emotional maturity, and it's assisting with your relationship. All right, what motivates you? Again, I feel like maybe I'm reading for a Capricorn or something, because we have the Ace of Wands and then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So what motivates you? I feel like you are very materially motivated. When it comes to work, you have that Ten of Pentacles, and then down here with what motivates you, you have the Nine of Pentacles. So really like wanting to be abundant, wanting to have all the things, not wanting to worry about money, okay? And I feel like over here with work and what motivates you, it's like, I feel like this entrepreneurial energy of like, okay, how can I make this happen? How can I do things different? All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. On the bottom of the deck, well, okay, I'll say on the bottom of the deck, you also have the Death card, which is about transformation. So but I feel like you just went through this transformation, because I feel like a lot of these cards are transitioning out of something into something much better. So I feel like you already are on the other side of that transition with that Death card. All right, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. And definitely like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Message me if you feel like you need a private reading or spiritual guidance or assistance of any kind. All right. Thank you. Bye.